At first, I was kind of skeptical that this cube, the MF3RS2, had the potential to become somebody's main over flagships almost 5 times the price. But after having some time with it, this $6 puzzle is looking more and more promising. Hey YouTube, it's me Spotty. Today I want to share why this cube is the best valued cube currently on the market. Before we get into it though, the second link in the description will take you to an unlisted video where I illustrate value using graphs and other fun stuff. In summary though, the video was a long way of saying that the RS2 is the best valued cube because it's packing a heck of a lot of performance at a really low price. And I don't mean performance great for a budget cube, I mean performance extremely comparable to flagships like the GTS 2. And I will get to that, but first, let's do a quick rundown of why I think this is the better option compared to the Yushin Little Magic, which as you probably know is another really great budget option. Although both are really excellent puzzles, from the time I've had with them, I found that the RS2 as a whole is the more complete option, with its superior fluidity for both light and aggressive turners, as well as the more premium and less chunky feel. On the Magic, I've noticed some catching when turning more roughly, and the feeling is the similar crispy feel, but much blockier. There are 2 areas that I think the Little Magic does outperform the RS2 though, albeit only slightly, and that is out of the box performance and stability. Out of the box, the RS2 felt very cheap and the performance just wasn't great yet, whereas the Magic had a more pleasant and premium feel and performed alright. Also, after setting both cubes up as I would like, I did realize that I was mistaken previously, and the slightly more stable option is the Little Magic. So both cubes have their pros and cons, but again, as a complete package, I do think that the RS2 is the superior puzzle. So the RS2 is better than the Little Magic, but what if we crank things up a notch and compared this $6 puzzle to a flagship, the GTS 2? This might sound like an unlikely comparison, but though they are priced differently, they share more similarities than most cubes, and if I was blindfolded and was only able to turn and listen to the cubes, I would be hard pressed to tell which one was which. There are differences, but few that are particularly defining. The first thing that's pretty similar is the feeling. Both have a strong crispy element, with the GTS 2 also adding in some crunchiness. The GTS 2 also does feel slightly fuller and heavier, which I think makes it feel subtly more premium. However, the biggest difference is that the RS2 is quite a bit softer, which I really prefer. It should be noted though that this soft feeling may be exemplified because of the stickless plastic. Here you can listen to both cubes side by side. Another differing feature is that the GTS 2 has a slight edge in its ease of turning. On the RS2, it does feel like there's more force near the core of the puzzle, and overall more resistance to turns compared to the GTS 2. Both though have the same level of corner cutting, although the flagship does go with slightly more ease, and neither have any catching or locking issues. Stability is also really comparable, but the GTS 2 does have marginally greater stability unmagnetized. And one last thing is, as said before, this cube is pretty bad out of the box, so the GTS 2 wins in that department by a long way, but it gets miles better with a little bit of time and love. So overall, I mean, no, it's not 100% equal, but it shouldn't be since we're comparing apples to oranges. For the price, there's just no 2 ways about it. The RS2 is an excellent budget cube, and in my opinion, the best valued cube currently on the market. But that was my take on the MF3RS V2. Links and everything will be below. Thank you to speedcube.com for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.